Hey everybody, and welcome back to Belle's channel, and today we are going to be doing I think I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Star-Crossed Troopers or something. It's Nakoa's quest. No, not Nakoa's. That's from Horizon Zero Dawn. Excuse that. Nyoka's quest. It's like a companion quest. She basically wants us to go and visit. She wants to have her family, who were her crew before. She wants them all buried in the same place. But I just started talking to Felix, so I kind of jumped the gun and just jumped in because I think he's about to give us a quest or something. So let's listen to what he has to say.
Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
So he said, "Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you. You've got a friend, see, somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close, then one day they up and vanish. 5 years go by and they send you a message out of ether. What's going through your head? Shocking to seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth. It's funny. Are you going somewhere with this?"
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
I was right. Knew it. It's obviously important. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla.
Ugh.
What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss.
Yep. You can now traverse to Hollow Base from the tree. So his name was Clyde Harlow, so we can go to his specific base at Cilia, not Scylla. I wanted to ask you about this Harlow guy.
Sure thing. Ask away.
What's a guy like that doing?
I've been thinking about that. Scylla's about as far away from civilization as I can imagine. Cold, barren rocks and the occasional mining operation. Clyde wasn't exactly a prospector. I guess we'll find...
Okay, how well did you know?
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
He was your mentor?
Yeah. I was just a lonely orphan kid getting my knuckles dirty. Clyde? I want to say he saw some potential in me. So he took me in. Gave me a place to live. Gave me something to believe in. That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production. Clyde wasn't an idiot. He kept his head down, worked hard. Did as he was told. You're not going to catch him standing on a soapbox decrying the tyranny of the board. But when the Mardettes had their backs turned, oh yeah, he carried on about starting a revolution. Said he was going to do something big. Yeah, boss?
Okay, so yeah, Felix basically started that up. Those two do some sort of shooting gallery and said, "Shh, the captain's coming." I kind of wish there would be some reaction, they say, "Oh, hi, Captain, hi," or something. I need to sell a load of weapons, to be very honest with you. Alright, so we are going to do this one. Visit Hayes' grave with Nyoka. Nyoka gave you directions to a spot on Monarch where she buried Hayes, a member of her old crew. Nyoka is looking for some closure regarding her old team. The first stop is a grave where she personally buried a man named Hayes. So yeah, we need to go back to Monarch because we're on Groundbreaker right now. But there's Cilia, so we can land at Cilia landing pad or Hollow's base. Probably do either. Why am I going all the way over there when it's there? We'll land at Fallbrook, I suppose.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Cool. Yeah, they're moving now. Alright, Nyoka, and I'll take Ellie with us as well. Actually, you know what, let's take Felix. I haven't taken him in a while. Might as well. I think I've taken Felix out once. I wonder if this is like the only companions you have left. Because Nyoka, we got her from on Monarch. We'll be going to Cilia next, and I wonder if you can decide who to... I wish you don't, because I kind of like the people who we've got. Or maybe like if there was some specific home I could send them to, where they could be, like we get our own planet. That would be so cool. Like, could you imagine? That'd be ace. Not even kidding. Alright, Hazy's grave. Alright, we need to... There is a vending machine here, I knew I could get one. Okay. I'm going to give my other plasma launcher to whatever his name is. That's a shit weapon. That's a alright one. I'm going to give that to Nyoka. Sorry if you can hear noise in the background, it's animals. Purple carbine, yeah. Felix, where are you, mate? He's got 156. Yeah, give you that one. Nyoka has that. Which I want to give it that. Perfect. And I need to sell like a load of this. Sorry, so I got 38. So yeah, we'll just fast travel to the Cascadia Turnpike. And then, you know, we're like perfect. Really, really close to wherever they are. I'm going to turn off my mic while we do this, purely because of background noise and I don't want it to disturb gameplay.
wraps. Let's clear the sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Buried near the surface of Hayes' grave is a small lockbox. Its hinges rusted through and its wood almost completely rotted. It nearly falls apart in your hands, but in it you manage to find a tarnished silver medal bearing the letters Charon. Charon? Nice. Right, let's speak to Nyoka.
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. I think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Tell me about the UDL contract.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks, and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
You didn't try and
I
find
should
them?
have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so.
I think she loved him. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're trying to confront it.
Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on. Let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Alright, so now we need to pop and see Hiram. Alright, we need to go past this. I don't know why it doesn't just, you know, start us off where we need to bloody be. I mean, why else would we come here other than to speak to this dude? We should, like, be loaded here, literally.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack?
So about that ship.
Yes, the one that crashed. I saw. What about it?
No, never mind, never mind. No.
I'm getting a headache, but...
Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
She's your friend and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, alright?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes around one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. I may have a secret for you. For the right. Ask. Not much, admittedly.
You know, think about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well,
I'm listening.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
Everyone's got.
Look.
Alright. Goodbye, dude. Thank
Give my-
you for your help. Now we need to go to Terra 2, I'm gonna guess. And, you know, do the whole find these two people. Basically, Nyoka wants to, you know, that they had to escape where they last were, their cave or something, because the Mantiqueen came in. Don't see why we can't just go and kill them. You know, we've killed a fair few of them so far, so I don't see why we can't just pop in there and do it ourselves. But yeah, so basically she wants to get these two, and they're gonna lure out, get these two people, who are part of her old gang that she thinks still alive. They'll lure out the Mantiqueen, and then we can kill it. Search the outpost. We're hired to clear an infestation out of the expansion site for Edgewater that's basically just abandoned in Emeraldville. Head there with Nyoka and see if they're still alive. Alright, let's get back on my ship. The Unreliable. Yeah, turret catalogs, habitable. Solar system sells exploitation rights. Oh, cool. I can't wait to go to this Byzantium. I really do hope it's massive. Like, not massive like, you know, I don't know where I'm going, but I wish it'd be like split into different parts. Like, there you'd have like downtown, there you'd have like the upper side, there would be the like the board area, housing, whatnot. Nothing too big, but still what you would imagine Byzantium, like this big place, big city to be.
Kathy, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
You notice how our crew's a lot like that crime family from the Master?
Oh, I've already heard that before.
What's that make the vicar?
Max? I was thinking maybe one of the butlers.
Alright, we need to go to Terra 2. I hope there is expansions with this game. I mean, I know it only came out in October and we're in like
We're now in
November.
orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
But I really hope there are some really good expansions with this game. Like really good expansions, like really big, like almost like half of what the actual game is. Alright, we'll go out with the same people, I think. Actually, I think we might get Sam, because I haven't taken him out yet, so we'll see what happens with him. Yeah, loading screen does take a little while. Alright, we're at the Edgewater landing pad. Yeah, because we obviously now we're at the landing pad.
Making it look easy.
Sorry, I just want to see what this is. I'm being nosy. Yeah, the landing pad is outside of actual Edgewater, which we haven't actually been back to in a while. So it might be worth having a nosy. Need to get all the way around. That's like the thing that Hiram had, but I've never actually been up there. I don't think I can get to it. Hold on, let's let this sort itself out. That would be it, but I don't think you can get up to it. Okay, that's not. What is all this? Alright, we'll pop to the geothermal plant and then we'll walk to that base where they were. They shouldn't be like that far away. Alright. Straight that way. The thing is, if this was years ago, I've already been here, but if this was years ago, it's either that they finished the mission and just didn't see any point in going back.
This is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
But this was years ago, so why would they... It's... That's the only bit, it doesn't make sense.
Take out the trash.
That was Sam.
That's the last of them.
Well done, Sam. Yeah, so... It was years ago, so I don't see what she's expecting them to still be here, other than perhaps that...
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Huh?
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
That's a Sean medallion. Its display is fading, the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what looks like Rebecca's final entry. Law help me, but Anderson was right. We should have never taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or idle, and I don't know what. Or I don't know what. The town won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home we had to fight for every meal because there was no meal that you didn't make yourself. Here there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is ready to sign up, offer his life in service to Space's Choice, just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope to the architect this never reaches you. But on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cooler. We took it because we wanted out. Monarchs are living hell, and we were sick of getting sick. Of boiled reptidons and stinking like sulphur, no matter how hard you scrubbed. Of fighting day in and day out. We were exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down. But this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
To be honest, Arnie, okay.
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, break her to know the truth.
She'd still want to know. I'd have kept it from her. No.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
I'd rather go in there.
No, we need a plan. You may be a capable sort, but so are my friends. I ain't making that mistake twice. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does. That queen ain't gonna go down either. What's up? What's with the pleasantry? You wanna know? All right.
Performance evaluation failed. Dang.
Now it looks like we're gonna have to go to Scylla to do that quest. Alright, well, I think we're gonna end it here. Seems all the quests are now leading us to go to Scylla. Apart from this one. So we're gonna do this one in the next video and the Radio Free Monarch. So, you know, I hope, and maybe that one too, in the next video. So yeah, I hope you join us for that. This was Belle. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And ooh, wow. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, thank you for watching. And goodbye.